All right, now I'm doing the video test. This is 1080p 60 frames per second mode. I missed the fucking I was initially recording in 18:9. That's why it was in 30 frames per second. So this is 60 frames per second. And if you guys see a lot of shaking, that's because I tend to walk with a very, I'm very heavy footed. So just keep that in mind. Plus there's a lot of hills and slopes and slants, if you want to use your math terms around here. So yeah. I'm gonna go into wide angle real quick. As you guys can see, it's a very wide angle. Zoom in, you see it looks all shitty, but that's kind of to be expected. So I like how this looks overall. I personally would just keep shooting in manual mode because that's what this phone is made for. I don't understand why people say, oh, I shoot in auto mode and it doesn't look as sexy as my iPhone. Well, that's because of the simple fact that LG wants you to use the manual controls. And I know that's not necessarily a thing to be an excuse. You should at least have a good enough, a competent auto mode. I think this is competent though. I don't think this is shitty because it's stable. There's no real jello effect either. It looks really nice. Like previous LG phones had this jello effect when it would try to stabilize. I think it's because I don't have steady record on, so it doesn't do that, wobbling effect whenever I stomp. But as you guys can see, looks really nice. Hopefully next time around they could do 4K 60 frames per second. That would be nice, but that's not something I'm not harking over that, because the video capabilities of this phone go beyond just having, oh, it has 4K 60 frames per second. It goes well beyond that. And yeah, that's pretty much it as far as this video goes. Thank you guys for watching and have a good one. Alright, actually I kind of want to record a bit more. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to wait till I get to where it's a bit busier. Because what I don't like that a lot of reviewers do when they record, they like to do it very steadily. And not how you would actually record if you're using a phone. But I think if you're doing vlogs and stuff like that, if you want super steady recording, get a gimbal. Because humans, they don't have, perfect, stabilization with their hands. So if you want that, I say just go with the gimbal and just use that. I'll look up, do wide angle, and you could also take pictures while in recording as well. So say if you want a specific shot as your thumbnail or whatever, you can do that as well. And I think that's a really nice touch. I don't remember if Samsung does that with their stuff. I think with the V10 when I had it, it was able to do it and my Note 5 wasn't. And that's not something that's a deal breaker for me. I just think it's a nice touch. But yeah, stabilization is actually really nice. I like it a lot. Let me know what you guys think about how it looks. Let me know how the audio is too, because since I'm not using the manual mode, I can't necessarily record in Well, I can enable hi-fi audio, but since I'm about to edit this together, and I can't find any like video editing app on the Play Store that won't like fuck my audio if I use hi-fi audio, I'm gonna just use the regular audio capabilities on this phone, which is actually good enough in my opinion, honestly. And you could also, the receiver, you know, the speaker that goes into your ear, also records audio too. So it also gets even more audio out of that, which through the manual controls you can't change the direction of the microphones, but that's cool since there's like multiple different ways to gain audio through this, you know, the receiver and the two AOP microphones. Oh, sorry, I gotta itch my ass. But the two AOP microphones that are very high quality on this phone. About to cut through shit Chipotle here. So I called it shit Chipotle. Fight me. Just kidding. I don't know, man. Chipotle ain't that hot to me. It ain't that hotness that a lot of people think it is. You know, and quality is it looks like I'm going inside, but I'm not. And you know, exposure compensation and, you know, it dialing back exposure automatically works very well. It's not choppy. It's very smooth. I say I'm to focus on a subject. It focuses really fast. That's what I like a lot. A lot of people tend to like to, you know, shake the camera like that to make it do stupid shit, and I'm not gonna do that. But you can easily zoom out and you get this nice shot of Cub Foods. You go right back in, you get a normal shot like that. But yeah, as far as that goes, it's it. Finally, now. So yeah, I'm gonna do this real quick, do a quick pan shot. And the video. Hope you guys have a good one. This is Sparta. Have a good one. Hopefully it's nice and sunny in your area.